Got a little bored today, so I climbed the hill out back and checked out some moss under my microscope. Totally worth it. The moss on the rock looks very delicious. Well, at least to a curious mind. But don't eat it just yet. Instead, let's take a closer look. When you place moss under a microscope, a whole new world opens up. One that's hidden from the naked eye. At high magnification, moss reveals a stunning micro-landscape. You can see chloroplasts shining inside its leaf cells like tiny green jewels. These chloroplasts are responsible for photosynthesis, the process that allows moss to convert sunlight into energy. You can also observe specialized reproductive structures and the intricate texture of its leaf-like blades, which aren't true leaves but serve similar functions. Moss may look small and simple, but it plays a huge ecological role. In forests, mountains, and even city walls, moss helps prevent soil erosion by forming a green carpet that anchors the ground. It also retains moisture like a sponge, creating a micro-habitat for tiny organisms, bacteria, fungi, and even microscopic animals like tardigrades. Without moss, many of these small life forms wouldn't have a home. One of moss's most fascinating traits is its ability to survive desiccation, the complete drying out of its tissues. In harsh conditions, moss can become crisp and brown, appearing lifeless. But as soon as it rains or dew touches its surface, it springs back to life within minutes. That level of resilience is rare in the plant world and makes moss a true survivor. Mosses belong to a group of plants called bryophytes, which includes liverworts and hornworts. Bryophytes are some of the oldest land plants on Earth, dating back over 400 million years. Think about that, moss has been thriving on this planet long before the first dinosaurs walked the Earth. What makes moss even more unique is how it reproduces. Unlike most plants that rely on seeds and flowers, moss uses spores. These spores are released from capsules called sporangia, which often sit atop thin stalks above the moss surface. When conditions are right, usually when it's wet, these capsules burst open and release thousands of spores into the air. If one lands in a suitable environment, a new moss plant begins to grow. Now here's something interesting. Moss has no true roots. Instead, it uses structures called rhizoids, which look like tiny hairs, to anchor itself to surfaces like rocks or soil. These rhizoids don't absorb nutrients like real roots. Moss absorbs water and minerals directly through its leaves. Because of this, it can grow in places where most plants can't, like on tree bark, rooftops, stone walls, and even concrete. Another amazing thing is that mosses lack vascular tissue. Most plants have a system of tubes called xylem and phloem that transport water and nutrients. Mosses don't. Instead, they rely on capillary action and surface tension. That's why they need humid or wet environments so water can move from one part of the plant to another with ease.